Hi viewers, in this video I'm going to tell you how to do mail merge with a simple step by taking a simple example. So let us discuss about the mail merge. What is mail merge? A mail merge is nothing but having a single copy of letter to be sent to the multiple recipients without typing repeatedly to all the recipients unnecessarily. So, one single document letter that will be merged with multiple recipients. So, how to do this merge? By using mail merge through Microsoft Word, I am going to explain. So, let us take by opening the Word document. Actually, this is here is a step-by-step procedure we are going to take, which is a easy step towards to create a mail merge in Microsoft Word. The first step is you have to choose the letter, envelope, whatever you want to do with the merge with the recipients. First of all, we taking one example of simply formatting a letter. So here I am taking a blank document. In this blank document, assume that this one is a main document. So what is this mail merge involves? Actually, in this mail merge, if you see the Word document, there are so many tabs here. Home, Insert, Design. So you have to go for Mailings tab. You just click on the Mailing tab and you can see Start Mail Merge Group. Options will be available. So here you just click on to observe the mail merge options. The first one is creating letters, email messages, envelopes, labels, creating directory, and the final point it is a step-by-step mail merge wizard. So here I am going to take by taking this step-by-step mail merge wizard. Just click on this one. You will get a step-by-step procedure pan right side to the window. And the first step is you have to select the document type. So if you observe, there are 6 steps involved in this mail merge in Microsoft Word. The first step is to be select the document type, whether you want to create a letter or you want to mail message or you want to create labels or envelopes. So I am choosing letters. Letters means nothing but send letters to a group of people which are already, say for example, you may ask to call the interview letters to multiple recipients to attend the interview on so and so dates, or you may announce some information to your students in your school. So whatever the letter you want to set to be sent to all the addresses in your organization, you just go through this by selecting letters in the first step. You choose the letters option and you go for next step. In the next step, if you see how do you want to set up your letters, you can use the by default the open document, or you can create a form from a template. These forms, by default forms, which is suitable to you, you can create a formal letter, you can create a resume, or you can create a biodatas, or so many other templates will be available. You can choose one of the template which is suitable to you and you can go with the template, or you already created a letter for that one and you can choose the document by selecting the existing document. Right now, I am creating a document by selecting the current document. So here, the next step goes to the select to the recipients. This is the third step, which involves to create the recipient addresses. That means to whom you want to send the letters, you need a list of addresses or recipient list. So you can use an existed created list of addresses, or you can select from the Outlook which are predefinedly existed in your contact group, or you can type a new list. Now I am going to select the third option, which is I didn't create any list. So how to create a list we will see along with this mail match. Okay, so in this step I am going to select type a new list, then create it. You just click on this link, that is option, just create the new recipient list, and it shows one dialog box containing so many field names. Can you see the field names? Yeah, here title, first name, last name, these are the predefined entries, that means field names. You may use or you may delete the entire column or fields, and you can create whatever your new field name by selecting new entry option, or you can simply delete the entries. So here I am customizing the existing columns by clicking on the customize columns. So these are the different field names which you want or you don't want. You have to choose yourself. So title I needed, first name needed, last name needed. I don't need any company name. So delete it. Click on the delete button and say yes. I need address line 1. Don't need address line 2. Just delete it. City I need, state, zip code is a pin code, country or region, no need. Phone number, no need. Work phone are also not needed. Email needed. So whatever the predefined fields are given, you can utilize in this way, or you can create a new list by yourself. So here I am using the existing field names by modifying, or you can rename the list. Say so for example, you want to change the title as some other name. Just go and rename, and you can give the title as my title. Like that you can rename the fields. Now I am going to create the list by selecting OK. So for your convenience, I am just dragging this dialog box. So these are the fields which I modified by given dialog box. Now just enter 2 or 3 records, for example in this recipient list. So Mr. Johnson, Bank. Shame Street, Hyderabad, Telangana, zip code for example 520006, like that, and email ID Ben John at gmail.com. So if you observe, whenever I am going to add one field data to another field, I am using the tab key. Suppose I am entering the title. After entering the title, you need to press the tab key to move to the next field. In this way, you can go through the next field and you can enter the data. Now, if you press the tab key after the end of the first record's last field, it will be added one more record. Now you need to fill the data in that particular record. Then press the tab key. Will be added one more record. Tab key. Each field, whenever you enter, you use tab key to go to the next field. So here I completed. I took 4 records, 4 irrelevant data of the recipients, and you just say OK by clicking on OK button. Now what you read here, you created a list of addresses with some names and give the name to the file as my addresses or my recipients. And save it in a particular location as a documents. I'm choosing documents here. And the file type, if you see the save as type as file as Microsoft Office addresses list. So save it. Under the documents, it will be saved with the name. So here you have to choose whether you want to put all the records. Then by default it is checked. Suppose you don't want to send the letter to this recipient, you just uncheck it it won't be selected. So you can sort the recipient list by using these options, or you can filter it. Suppose you want to send only the particular state or the particular city, you can filter it by using the filter option. See the filter and the field you select, say for example city, and equal to or not equal to, greater than. So equal to, say for example city is equals to Vijayawada. Then you select the Vijayawada and say okay, it won't be selected, and the end condition or condition are also applicable. So right now I am not filtering the data, and if you have any duplicates, suppose n number of records are there, then you may not find out the duplicates right now. So you can find the duplicates here. So at present there are no duplicates here. Find the recipients, particular field or particular information you want to entry. Just find the information by using this validate addresses, whether the given address is there or not. You can use by validating address recipients, but this needs a website. It will be looked out whether the valid address is given. You need an internet connection, which will be checked with the help of a browser. And the data source, if you see, I given this one as my recipients list, and it will be stored as .mdb. That means Microsoft database. And say OK. Then automatically the recipient list will be created in document folder, which I chosen, and I given the name as my recipient list with the Microsoft database. Now use an existing list. It will be already selected. Currently your recipients are selected from office address list. That is, the file name is given here, my recipient list.mdb. Suppose you want to see this span, just little bit extend. You can extend this one .mdb. Go to the next step, that is writing up the letter. So here it's a easy way you can write a letter by adding some of the greeting lines which are predefinedly given to you for your convenience. So here in the cursor, right now in the cursor point, I have to give the letterhead here. Say for example ABC Fertilizers Private Limited. Gujarat. Say for example, this is company name and its address. I'm just little bit modifying this one. You can use your letterhead as it is, and under the letterhead you can type easily. So whatever the more spaces are there, you can remove the spaces. Now you can choose your normal font. Date, and here you can mention the date. Right now I am putting no date and leaving blank 2. And here you can insert the address block as it is. So the address style will be looks like this one. Is showing the preview. salutations, or which type of address form you can use completely, and say okay. That's it for that one. And go for next one. Greeting line. Greeting lines are nothing but dear so and so, putting a comma, dear sir or madam, like that you can use, or whom so it may ever. Dear Mr. Band, like that you can use the greeting line. For that one, I am writing the subject line. Interview call letters. Further, designated posts. So you can use posts or posts like that. This is the subject line and the greeting, and you can start the body of the matter. Suppose electronic postage is nothing but, again it will go for mailings. So right now I'm not doing the mailings. Suppose you want more items to be added, you can add it. You can have address fields, courtesy title, more. These are the more. Past, post, partners, address tree, department, email address. You can use the database fields which are existed and predefined. And here you start writing the letter. Yeah. This is to confirm that you are selected for annual interview. This to be held in Hotel Moria. Phone number to passport. So we need to give the landmark also. Yeah. Ahmedabad, Gujarat. This is an example, just an example, simple letter format. Gujarat on date you have to mention. Here you have to mention the date. For example, 23rd. Today's date is 23rd I'm going to give this one as 31st 2021 at 10:30 a.m. onwards. And here. Was successfully director. Yes, they align this. Yes, well, you may get ready with the letter, and while matching, you can use that letter and you simply add those address blocks and the subject line and greeting line, and you can send that letters to the multiple recipients with a single click. And you can modify the date and time and the address. So here is the form of the letter, and you can use this your letterhead, your company letterhead, which is having logos and everything. On that completed company letterhead, you can write this type of formal letters and go for next step, that is previewing your letter. Suppose you need to exclusively you want to add some other fields which you created, then you can go for mailings again, and here write and insert fields, group of items. So you place your cursor where you want to. Say for example here contact details, phone number, some number, and company's email ID, some xychat at gmail.com. Like that, you can give the contact details also. And here the address block. After that one, you can insert, suppose for example, email address. You can add it. This is inserting merge field. In this way, whatever the fields you choose in for your recipients while you are creating the recipient list, those fields only will appear. Then you go for next step, which is previewing the letter here itself. Can you see the letter? So in the address blocks it is given already. Up to this one, address block will come. This is the email field and this is the subject, and here you can see the greeting line, address block, email field, which is externally inserted by selecting insert merge field, and you can see the letter, complete letter. And if you go for next result, next record will be shown here. This is only preview how the letter will looks, how the addresses will be changed, and suppose if you find any errors, you can modify there itself. So like that. So 4 records, you can have the 4 records here. This is previewing results. You can click here or you can directly go to the next step And this is the last step to complete the mail merge process. And suppose you need some of the recipients won't be selected, then exclude this recipient. You just click on this one by selecting edit recipient list. So here you can include or you can exclude. Just previously we discussed about this one while creating the recipient list itself. Understand? Then go to the next step for completing the mail merge process. Here the completing the mail merge process, which include from the tab options, you can select the edit individual document or print directly. You can send this one to the print the document, or you can send to the emails. Once you select the email, you need to select the recipient field as email address, and directly it will be go and you write the subject line, and it should be in the HTML format. You can select all the records and say OK. Edit individual records. If you choose this option, all the records will be created with a letters 1. Can you see this document? It is a separate document which is created letters with the name called as letters 1. And here all the letters will be letter 1, letter 2, 3 and 4. Suppose if you have 100, with this single click, all the letters will be 100 letters to the 100 recipients will be created in a single file. And this you can give to the printer, or you can directly print the document. Just click on this one, it directly go to the printer. The computer is attached with a printer, it will be shown here, and you can select the printer, or right now I am choosing Microsoft Print to PDF. It will be created PDF file, or directly you can print the documents which are merged. So in this way you can complete the mail merge process.